back to Kruse Control. It is Monday, February 27th, 2023. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. Thank you all for being here tonight. We're sorry we're a little late, but we've been having some things happening right here. One of our co-hosts, our lovely co-host, Miss Sabrina Vittori, is now in Florida working on a new project, and she's joining us live via satellite. Miss Sabrina Vittori, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm spectacular. Thank you.
Welcome to Florida. How's Florida doing for you?
Florida's lovely. The setup for this situation, not so much, but Florida is lovely.
It's a work in progress, right? Work in progress.
Yep. And Florida's also very sweaty, just so you know.
Very sweaty?
Sweaty.
And because we're going to be talking about an award show, we had to have our friend, Mr. Kruse Panico. Chris, welcome back to the program. How you doing tonight? From Bitchin' in the Kitchen and the Panico Way, Kruse Panico. How you doing, Chris?
I've been better.
Yeah, what's going on with you today?
Well,
Who's got the COVID?
Chris has the Rona.
I have made it 3 years, I would say, right? 3 years?
Yeah.
And I finally got COVID.
Yeah.
Very disappointed. I'm very disappointed that I couldn't make it.
Sorry with that, bringing in via satellite too, Chris. Couldn't have you in the studio today, but maybe next time.
Thank you for coming with the Rona. Like, that's very, very fortuitous of you.
Yeah, battling it out with us. Appreciate that, Chris. But we need you here for the award show, right, Chris? You have to be here for the award show, right?
I was told, yes. And Joanna is somewhere not taking care of me. I'm kidding. She takes care of me.
She's spreading the Rona around.
Well, she doesn't have Rona. She takes it.
Right. Well, but you do. So
I do. We haven't seen each other, and I haven't seen my kids.
Right.
Like ships passing in the wind.
Oh, yeah.
Well, with that, everybody, Chris, we're happy you're here. Happy you're feeling okay to bear with us on some news tonight. And I was gonna say, and as always, it's time for what, Chris?
Breaking
news! Yeah! Alright, everybody. Alright, it's time for some breaking news as always, and I want to start off talking about the governor himself, Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's right, Arnold Schwarzenegger is doing his very first TV show. Busting that cherry, going to Netflix, doing an action comedy. I'm so excited to see it. Also starring Monica Barbaro. It's debuting May 25th. Straight to Chris like that one. Doing an 8-episode series, right? It's a father and daughter show, right? Action show where they discover that they've both been working as CIA operatives and are now forced to become partners. And Arnold said in an interview, he said, "People have been asking me to do a True Lies too for years." Well, this is my True Lies, he said. This is my True Lies. So he's busting it to Netflix, coming out, the Governor's doing some TV, excited to see it. And with him busting those cherries, Chris, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, is it called Arnold and Lulu / whiskey? Like, what's the deal with that?
It's called FUBAR. It is called FUBAR.
Or Whiskey and Lulu / Arnold.
Yes, the Whiskey Show. It's called the Whiskey Show. I can't do an Arnold.
No, he has a
whiskey. It's whiskey. Whiskey and cocoa.
Yeah, Whiskey and Lulu. It's Lulu.
Whiskey and Lulu.
No, I'm just kidding.
Whiskey and Lulu. It's not that kind of show tonight, everybody. We're back to Sober Mondays, everybody. Sober Mondays.
Sober Mondays.
But with Arnold doing that show, something going away, and I say going away because it's going away from the DC universe. There's a show called Dead Boy Detectives. Now, this was a show that was supposed to actually air on, Warner Brothers. But the thing is, though, because of James Gunn's whole new presentation, his whole slate, he said this doesn't match it. These characters actually debuted in Doom Patrol, and they did like one episode, and then they actually were going to do their spin-off show.
That episode was very boring.
Yeah, but now they're moving to Netflix because it just didn't work.
What?
Yeah, it didn't work. James Gunn said, fuck this show. It doesn't match my world.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
can still
hard
make your
pass on
show.
the show. Period.
Yeah, you can. I mean, it's supposed to be about. It's a fresh ghost story. They call it. It explores loss, grief, and death through the eyes and the lens of Edwin Payne and Charles Rowland and their alive friends. So there's two ghosts and a live person. Crystal's the alive person, and they're trying to solve crimes together, like the Hardy Boys, only darker. And they say this, and on acid. That's what they say.
Hard
That's
pass.
how they pitch it. Yeah. But like I said, it's a DC Comics production, but now it's gonna be on Netflix, kind of like the CW does all these shows that are DC but aren't, airing on any kind of DC actual platform like HBO Max. So it's in that world. So this is gone from DC, but it's still up there on Netflix. And something else that's coming back is The Night Manager. The Night Manager season 2 is coming. Now, originally this was on AMC. It's Tom Hiddleston, good old Loki himself. So he plays a protagonist called Jonathan Pine. It's going to be an Amazon Prime show for the second season now. So Amazon Prime and BBC are working together. It follows a British arms dealer.
Looks in that picture.
Look at him with that short hair, right?
Big pimpin'.
Yeah. That he was supposed to play Bond at one point. They wanted him for James Bond. Kind of has that kind of look. Kind of has that look.
He's no Idris Elba, but I'll take it.
It's one of the top-rated UK dramas of the year, of last year. But like I said, it aired at AMC, but now it's going to be Amazon Prime. But it follows an arms dealer, and I guess this is 2 years after the first season. So if you watch the first season, it's time for an even more deadly challenge on season 2, which I guess, we'll see if I believe that. But with that coming back, something going away. We talked about this very briefly on our Drunken Friday. But I want to talk about a little bit more of Ellen Pompeo. Now, apparently when it aired for Grey's Anatomy, they left the door open for her to come back. So even though she's been leaving after 18 years, this is the 19th season, they said that, well, the door's kind of open because she branched out to do a Hulu show. She signed on for a whole original limited Hulu show. Yeah, she signed on for an original Hulu show, and we're doing that. She said, I'm going to leave Grey's now to do this new show. But if it doesn't work out, I'm coming back.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Isn't that nice?
They left it open. Go. If you say you're going to leave a show, just go away.
Leave the show.
No, dude, the show is called Grey's Anatomy, so she can leave and come back whenever the fuck she wants. It's her show.
That's what they say. They say the door's wide open.
Her show.
It is her show. She is Grey. She's Meredith Grey.
Right.
It's Grey's Anatomy.
And she left.
Yeah, she just left.
She should have.
Yeah, she just left.
And she left.
I don't really care what
she's kind of cunty, and she makes a lot of money doing what she wants to do. And I'll be like, oh, I'll tell you I'll tell you if something. Wait a minute. Oh, I woke up today. Let's call Shonda. I feel like coming back for another episode. How do you like that? Oh, great.
How do you like them apples?
Fuck you. How about that?
Very cunty.
Chris is not into this.
Yeah, she can do whatever she wants. She can do whatever she wants.
It's her show. It's literally her show.
19 years. 18 years they said this is the 19th season that's airing. She only did 8 episodes this season, so it's a limited amount.
End it. Just end it.
But it's still her show. It's called Grey's Anatomy. Her name is Meredith Grey on the show. It's her show.
Right. But who gave her that title? It wasn't her show in the beginning.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
I never watched Grey's.
It was Shonda's. And then it was
Shonda.
It's Shonda's show. She made the show. But the show is called Grey's Anatomy. And from Jump, she was Meredith Grey.
Right.
So.
But then we've had a bunch of.
It's always been her show. She's the only person that hasn't left. It's her show.
And she says, I can come back if I want to.
Of course you can, because it's her fucking show.
Right.
But with that kind of in limbo, so she's done. But something that's not done. She can come back. So she's done as of now, but maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. It's all up in the air. We'll let you know if more comes of this. And you know what? She might just pop in for 20. You never know. She might come back for 10 more because this show might go on Hulu and it might not actually do well. And then she might be like, well, I better go back to Grey's. As simple as that. She's got a get out of jail free card when it comes to that. So
she should probably stick with Grey's for another 10.
I mean,
that's my.
it's already clear at this point. Why not?
She should probably stick with for another. She should probably stick.
Another 35 seasons.
They should probably get to season 30, and then call it quits, because I don't see her and anything else but this. So that's just my opinion. But what am I? I let my kids play Hogwarts. So fuck it.
With that, I want to talk about Zendaya for a second.
Buddy.
So, if you've watched Euphoria, huge show for HBO Max, 2 seasons. Now, apparently, Zendaya is coming back for the 3rd season, but she's negotiated to get a big raise, and they're saying she's gonna make $1 million per episode. $1 million. She's joining the $1 million club. They're saying that she's been negotiating her contract back and forth for her to come back to HBO Max. Apparently, she's such a major player that they want her back. So, $1 million per episode to come back. That must be pretty nice. I don't know. I've never watched Euphoria, but I've heard that people freaking love the hell out of this show. She must be pivotal enough that you would pay that kind of money to bring this show back, right?
No, she is amazing, but the show is so unhinged and fucked up. Like, it's literally the reason, like, I could never have children.
What's it about?
No. Yeah, what's it about, Sabrina?
What do you mean, what is it about?
I don't know.
It's about a bunch of kids in high school who are doing lots of drugs and lots of fucking and lots of fucked up shit in a small town. And it is so off-putting that, I mean, it's gripping and it's amazing and the acting is insane. But, like, I literally, like, can't in good conscience after watching that show think about having a child. It is so fucked up.
So, Chris, don't watch that show or you might get some bad dreams about your
Chris
kids.
has 12 kids. It doesn't matter. That's
35.
We're past that.
They're all very lovely, too.
I mean, Zendaya actually is a tour de force in that fucking show. She is literally amazing. She's amazing.
If you think about it, though, like, she has a big movie star career, so getting her to do a TV show like this, it kind of makes sense that they'd have to pay her premium money. That kind of happens.
She did this before she was...
Not before Spider-Man.
Yeah. I mean,
there's only done 2 seasons.
Simultaneous. It was simultaneous. This is like the 3rd season or the 4th season? This is the 4th season.
This is only the 2nd season. She just signed up for the 3rd season.
Of Euphoria? No.
Yeah.
I'm watching the show, so it's definitely not the 2nd season. Maybe this is the 3rd season.
Yeah, well, it said they're renegotiating for a 3rd season. That's where we're coming down to.
Okay, fine. But, like, at the same time, like, she is the star
That's
of
the news
show.
I have for you.
I have news for you. Your attitude is not appreciated. And also...
Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday.
I'm in Florida, and I had a 74-hour flight, and it's been a rough fucking day. But also, Zendaya is amazing, and I'm fairly certain. You know what? I'm going to Google that right now. I don't believe you.
You check it out. But with that, something that's not coming back, question mark, but might. Schitt's Creek, everybody. Schitt's Creek.
Oh my God, what?
It's in the news. So Eugene Levy was talking. Okay, they did 6 seasons of Schitt's Creek, right? It wrapped up in 2020. Well, now he's been talking to people, and he said that he goes, I know my son and I have talked about this. We'd love to get together, get these people again, and take the show and the characters to yet another level. He said, we've never stopped thinking about what might happen down the line. And he was talking to them saying that they really want to do something else. They would love to get the band back together. And where can we take these characters again? So he said, not quite now, but it's someone that him and his son keep talking about because they want to bring the gang back together. So for me, I heard this. That's pretty freaking awesome. The door is not closed on Schitt's Creek, everybody. So we might get some more shit coming up before you know it.
I would love it. I would love it.
Yeah. I heard that today and I'm like, hell yeah. Bring it on. I would love to see that, you know? And then especially I just saw him, which we'll talk about the SAG Awards. I saw him at the SAG Awards too. He had a great speech in there too. It was a lot of fun. But
People told me, sorry.
No, go ahead, Chris. Hit that shit, Chris. Hit that shit, Chris. Get in there.
No, people told me not to watch that. No. They were like, watch that shit. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'd pass. I've watched these episodes.
It's so good.
6 episodes, maybe like 6 times in a row.
That's awesome.
Genius. Bring that shit back quick.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of revival they would do, you know? because it left it pretty well at the end. But I'm interested to see. I'm really interested to see what'll happen with it. So I hope it comes back for more. It sounds very possible with the way he was talking about in this interview. So some more Schitt's Creek might be coming your way, everybody. And with that too, I want to talk about just very briefly, because we had a whole rant about this on Friday, but Cocaine Bear one more time, everybody. So Cocaine Bear made $23 million over the weekend, which is a huge hit for them, for Universal. Since we talked about on Friday that they only spent $30 million on this, so they'll make their money back pretty quickly for this, it seems like. Haven't seen it yet. Gonna see it this week. We'll talk about it later, but it does look really good. It looks like fun. Something that I don't think is ever gonna happen, but is hilarious. Jack Black as Superman. So as everyone's been talking about who is playing Superman next, who is gonna play Superman, Jack Black posted a video. This is the thing. Jack Black posted a video, and he wore this Superman costume, and he was sitting there on his phone, and he goes,
"Look at that beard."
he goes, "Hello, James Gunn." He goes, "No, I played all the superheroes. I don't want to play another one." And he's like, "All right, God damn it, I'm gonna come in." And he rips his clothes off, and he's Superman. And he flies into the air, and he takes off. And you got
Junior
what?
Bacon Chi.
A small Junior Bacon Chi.
No onion.
So he had this whole little thing where he's like flying through the air. He's jumping really high. He has laser eyes. He's like laser eyes, and his laser eyes are going out. Then he's like laying on a table, and he's pretending to fly. And his dad's like wafting air at him to make it look like his cape's flying.
I think it might be I think.
GR's like, no way in hell.
No way.
It was hilarious, and like he looks super ridiculous in this outfit. Chris, what do you think? Do you think Jack Black could be the new Man of Steel?
Don't even ask me.
Stop.
Come on, Chris.
Stop
what do you think?
I can't.
This is from the video. Everybody can see the picture. What do you think, Chris? You can't see. You can't see Tenacious D.
I can't see the picture. So
I know.
I can already see it in my head, like without seeing the picture. So no. Are you kidding? That's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
It's pretty funny. I thought and the video was hilarious.
He did it for funny. Funny.
He did it fun. Okay. But because it's this weird world we're in, Sabrina, what do you think? You see Jack Black playing the Man of Steel?
Bacon Chi.
Did you see him doing it though, Sabrina? What do you think?
Oh my God.
For Superman Legacy? No Henry Cavill. We got Jack Black.
Come on.
No, that's a joke.
You're asking ridiculous questions. Obviously not. Although I do support his hilarious Tenacious D career, his hilarious, like everything that he does. That's fucking funny. The small.
Season curling.
I'm washing my figure of the fillet of fish because it's less calories.
Okay, but the question is,
what is the Chris? What Chris? What's the question?
No, the question is what you had just asked. He's not gonna be no Batman.
Yeah, there's no. Okay, Chris. I don't know what you're doing over there, man. So you moisturize that body.
No,
it puts the lotion on the skin.
Now.
Yeah, this was though. In the news,
I'll go like this. In my sleep, I'll go like this. And sanitizer.
It's a crazy Monday, everybody. It's a crazy Monday.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, this was fun. Of course, everyone's asking who's going to be the new Superman. So this is his way of having fun with it.
Asking if it's going to be fucking
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
You know,
this is his way of being like, maybe me.
No.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. He's going to fly away into nowhere. So like the costume was hilarious. You got some chapstick there, Chris?
Yeah. This is going
to be Jack Black. It's Jack Black chapstick.
This is not Jack Black, though.
It is Jack Black chapstick.
This is not his Jack Black.
It's still Jack Black chapstick.
It's not the guy.
Who cares? It's still called Jack Black chapstick.
Right, I know, but that's going to be. This would be a better Batman.
Let's have an argument about nothing.
Jack Black is not our next Superman. That's all I'm saying.
He's also not the guy who made that chapstick, apparently.
I also want to talk about Woody Harrelson.
Oh, love him.
Woody Harrelson was on SNL over the weekend, and he was the host. It was the 5th time. Did not get his jacket, which is really weird.
Why?
He had this whole monologue waiting for people to bring his jacket out. No one brought his jacket out. But Woody came out, And there's a little controversy about this, everybody. There's a little controversy because Woody, as a lot of people may know, is very right-wing at time, very left at time. Well, he's very against the vaccine mandate, very against it. So he had, in his speech, he talked about the vaccine mandate without actually saying it. So he said, the biggest drug cartels in the world get together and buy up all the media and all the politicians and force all the people in the world to stay locked in their homes. And people can only come out if they take the cartel's drugs and keep taking them over and over. I threw the script away. So he said this is a script he got. He goes, I got a script about this job. I spoke to Blunt and I thought about it and said no. I threw the script away, and who is going to believe that crazy idea? Being forced to do drugs, I do that voluntarily all day long. So Woody had a whole thing about it. And, a lot of people are like, and when I first watched it, I was like, I just thought he was making fun about a script. But then, like, his monologue was a little bit weird as it was. I thought he was maybe half-baked for it. He probably was. But everyone was saying on the inside that, like, people like Elon Musk was saying, good job, man, great, like applauding him. A bunch of anti-vax people were like really into it too. And then there's people being like, it's a funny joke. So there's some controversy about this. Of course, Woody, I think, is hilarious. I don't know if it's the right place for this. There were some fun jokes in this too. He was talking about how he got all of his weed in New York through his manager. His manager actually drove it across the country. He's like, there's my manager. And he points at his manager, and his manager's like, oh, fuck my life. You can tell he's like putting his head down and stuff, and he's trying to hide. So you can tell he's a funny guy. He's just cracking jokes, which is what comedians do. So here's that fine line I talk about. Like, so Chris, is this a comedian thing? Like, this is fine. Let them crack jokes about things. Let them have fun. Or is this something where it's kind of he's trying to incite anti-vax people? How do you feel about this? What do you think?
I think he was just trying to have fun. I really do. And he looked like a dumbass. He looked like a redneck dumbass.
Well, that's Woody.
Yeah. And some of the things he said were, I was like,
Yeah, but also there was some funny shit there. Though there was some funny shit where he's talking about lighting the joint at the park, and in the middle of COVID and stuff. He says, I'm just lighting it up, and I don't care. And how he said he gave up smoking until he met Woody Harrelson. Woody, what was it? He's Woody. He met somebody. He goes, he met somebody. I think it was like somebody else, and made him smoke again. I don't know, but it was some fun stuff in there.
It was fun. I could remember it.
Sabrina, did you see this? And what do you think about that? Do you think this is like a fine line, or let a comedian be a comedian?
I mean, I guess it's all open to interpretation, and honestly, I think it's up to every person how much they want to get vaccinated. Like, we all got vaccinated, we all got boosted. Like, do you want to get boosted 74 more times? Like, that's up to you. So maybe that was like his take on that, and I guess it's also Woody Harrelson. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not upset about it, and I'm also not super for it. Yeah. Like, it just existed in my mind.
Yeah, that's kind of honestly, like you say that too, and that's kind of how I saw it too. Everyone's like an uproar because people are so sensitive these days. And to me, I was like, I saw it, and I watched the whole thing, and I laughed. I'm like, where's the controversy? And then I saw people diving into it, and I'm like, are you over analyzing this? Like, maybe he is doing a little jab at it, but like, that's what comedians do, and he's having fun time, and he's hilarious, I think, most of the time too. If you watch most of his sketches, they're great in the show.
He's technically a comedian though, like he doesn't do stand up.
No, but he's still like, I mean, he's Woody. Honestly, do you think Woody's never like really that serious? Sometimes.
I mean, I don't know. He's played a lot of very serious characters.
I was gonna. Sorry to interrupt you.
No,
get in there, Chris. As always.
No, I'm sorry. I was gonna ask. He's not really a comedian.
Right. No.
So do you think this is a fine line then, Chris, that he shouldn't be saying this?
He should keep asking where his 5 jackets are.
Oh,
that's what I say too.
I do want to know where his jacket is. That's kind of rude.
Well,
very rude. Yeah, very rude. But it's up to everybody out there. I think honestly, it's Woody. He's being Woody. people I think are overlooking this and maybe just trying to get out of it something that's maybe not there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He didn't look a little he didn't give a fuck, actually.
He didn't give a fuck.
He didn't give a fuck. He didn't give
Which
a
is
fuck.
great.
He looked like he could care less what he said, and that's why we love him. I love it. So he fun. So there you go.
Good old Woody.
Yeah.
Also, something I want to talk about today is Ted Lasso, because the official trailer finally came out for the new season. Finally came out. Now, and they didn't really show us a lot of dialogue. There's a lot of story in this. There's a lot of Rolling Stones in this. You can't always get what you want, is playing through the whole thing, which I think works really well in this trailer. And it showcases a lot of the feeling and the heart and maybe a little bit of the soul where it's going this season. And you see Nate and you see maybe he's dealing with some demons because maybe his choices weren't actually what he should have done. To me, I kind of read into that a little bit. And I love at the end where Roy Kent's finally like, he says like he apologizes or some shit and then like Beard faints. That was pretty good to me. I thought that was pretty fun. Sabrina, did you see this trailer? And what did you think about the new season of Ted Lasso based off of this trailer?
So many things.
So many things.
So many things. Like I love this show so much, and I love Nate so much. Like I loved him, and I want to just roll up into a ball and then throw him in the air and kick him with my
right in the nuts.
Fucking boots right into the fucking atmosphere. That little cunt. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
The trailer gave me nothing new or nothing more than I felt before. Honestly, I'm kind of like, I'm still on the same page. Honestly, I'm sorry. I wish I had more.
Well, I feel like there should have been more, especially this comes out like March 15th. This is coming out before you even know it. And, there's 12 episodes coming out. And the thing is, it's like they really didn't show us, much story, which is good sometimes, though, too, because without that story, maybe it leads us to not have a lot spoiled.
This is literally one of my most anxiety-ridden show releases ever. Like I don't want it, but I do want it. But it's like so stressful. I'm so pissed at Nate, and I love Ted Lasso. So I can't.
Maybe it's something.
Roy Kent. He's here.
I didn't see that. Jamie Tartt's a big part. Looks like too. Looks like he's back on the team, and like it looks like he's actually going to be a bigger character again this season. Because last season he was barely there. He was there, but he wasn't there.
At the end, like I don't.
Yeah, I just think it'll be good to have him back. Maybe the whole team dynamic. Maybe Nate will come back to him. I don't know. But, it has that heart. Maybe it's one of those things where the show is like, we know people are going to watch this shit, so we don't really have to need to spoil too much to make them watch it. Maybe that's what it is. Chris, did you watch this trailer, and what do you think? Did it give us too little or too much?
I gotta pass for now because I've never seen the show.
Pass for now.
He's gonna pass for now. But did you see the trailer?
I'm sorry, I have COVID.
Okay, it's all good. I honestly think that Chris, it's okay, everybody. He's got a little bit of COVID brain right now. He watched it, but that little COVID brain doesn't remember what he saw.
My COVID brain. In 2 days, I'll get it. I think. Sorry.
No. I'm happy you're feeling better, Chris. So it looks like you are doing better, which is good.
Thank you.
But yeah, I don't know about this trailer. Like honestly, I watched it too, and I'm like, I don't think it's telling us enough. Then again, like I said before, people are gonna watch the show. It's kind of people are sold on already, so like we don't have to give away too much. It's 12 episodes. We know what it's gonna be. You can feel the heart from the song and the motivation of the season. That's enough. Where's Sabrina? Sabrina's in Florida right now, everybody. Lexi, she's in.
Like where am I? Literally, I know. I'm sorry, Lexi. I'm so sorry. I'm very half-assed prepared because I thought I had a 3-hour time difference, but I only had a 2-hour time difference, and it's been a shit show.
Yeah, Destin, Florida, is that where it's at?
Yes, Destin, Florida, which is like right below Alabama, but like in this little strip of beach area. Very weird.
Yeah, Sabrina's working on a new show, so she's out of town for a little bit. So we're gonna be kind of switching some people up here too when she can't work or she can't be here. So just bear with us a little bit. So
Rachel's in Florida too. Oh yeah, that's right. Rachel's in the cool part of Florida.
Yeah, that's too good. I mean, it's too funny. You're both in Florida right now.
Oh, me and Ted Lasso. Hell, I dabbed. You know what's the thing? I dab.
You dab with Lasso.
I dab so.
Yeah, but with that, really today's show, we want to talk about the SAG Awards. There's a lot to talk about,
Yes.
so I'm leaving more time for that. So even though it's a little bit early, it might seem a little bit early, I have to say now it's time for our featured story of the night. All right. Last time we did an awards show, we had a lot less time than we thought we did. We were talking about a lot of different categories. A lot of stuff was going by way too fast. So I want to dive into the Screen Actor Guild Awards that happened last night. So Screen Actors Guild and AFTRA, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, if you will, had their awards ceremony last night on Netflix. Now, here's the one thing that was confusing to me. You say Netflix, right? And it wasn't on the actual Netflix. It was on the Netflix YouTube page.
YouTube.
Yeah, which they have like as Fran Drescher said, they're gonna hopefully have this happen every year is the plan. So over and over again. The one thing I'll tell you about that was a good thing about this going right into this before we get into any kind of results and any kind of discussion about all this was that people were allowed to swear, should be very open. There weren't commercials. It was straight through, and it was actually fun to see just it being about. There was no live performances, which is a little different too, but it was like just about the acting and the awards, and that was it. Which sometimes maybe that's what you want to do. They had 1.5 million views, so did pretty good. It was at the Fairmount Century Plaza in Los Angeles, and there's a little bit of controversy, which I want to get into later. A little bit of controversy, and but let's just start off with our initial thoughts on the whole project. So, Chris, did you watch the Screen Actors Guild Awards, and what did you think about it being this different kind of format on YouTube?
The way it started, the way it was going through, like I thought it was better than past years. I thought it brought everyone together.
Which is what they should be doing all the time. It should always be like that.
Yes. What's that face for, Sabrina?
No, I'm not, no face.
Or are you yawning at me?
But Chris, wasn't it good that it actually, like the uninterruptedness of it, the fact they were able to be about the awards, that was pretty cool, right?
About the awards and about being actor. And
Not being played off.
Yeah, not being played off.
I didn't get played off.
Right.
That was my number one yay.
Right. They still had the 45 seconds joke, and but
like it was 45 seconds, and people kept on going way
way beyond,
and they let them.
Everything, everywhere, all at once did like.
Yeah.
They're like whatever.
And shout out to Jamie Lee.
Yes, Queen.
Do you want to talk about Jamie Lee right away, Chris? Is that the first one you want to get into?
Do it.
We can. Let's talk about Jamie Lee, because honestly, this was surprising, but also amazing, if you ask me. Because
very surprising. I was surprised.
All odds.
Yeah, I didn't think she was going to win this, but honestly, it was a great win for her. And wait, and I loved how she was like nepotism. She called it nepotism, but then she also said she's like, well, nepotism because her dad, and that's how she got her first job. And then she got fired from her first job. And then that led to Halloween.
Yep. And she owned it. She owned it, and she kept on going, and she kept on going, and she didn't quit.
And she looked fabulous, didn't she?
And
she looked so gorgeous.
And I was so surprised that she won, and I was so happy she won, because she is really a nice person and deserved everything she got.
Yeah, outstanding performance by a female actor in a supporting role. She won, and she beat out Angela Bassett. She beat out Carrie Corden and Michelle. Or no, not Michelle. Stephanie. I'll bring this one up for everybody. But she beat out a bunch of people, and it's like from Wakanda Forever, from The Whale, from the Banshees of Inisherin, from Everything Everywhere All at Once. The thing is, she did great. I mean, honestly, it made sense to me. Like, give her this freaking award,
I can say she was shocked too. She was shocked that she won that. you can 100% tell she was shocked.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I was so happy to see her up there shining and like just taking in that moment that she deserved. And I loved it.
Yeah, it was so nice to see. Sabrina, what'd you think about that? Did you enjoy it? Were you surprised?
No, I wasn't, because I mean, I guess I was a little bit, but I knew Everything Everywhere All at Once was gonna sweep. Like it was
Huge.
such a different movie, and it was so fucking good, and the acting was so good in every category, and she was up against it the entire time, and she was so fucking good. She played so many different characters in one movie. Like from the lover with the hot dog hands to the fucking bitch rag wrestler to the fucking accountant. Like she was like literally like the most like, I mean, they all were. Everyone in that movie was fucking epic. They played 12 different characters.
Yeah.
And that is so admirable to call on of an actor in any way, shape, or form, but in one film. Like to not get recognized for that is insane. And Angela Bassett is my fucking queen.
She's amazing.
Fucking amazing in everything she fucking does. And I would suspect that if Jamie Lee was going to win in any category or in any award ceremony, it would be with SAG, because it's among peers. And it doesn't mean that Angela Bassett didn't do an amazing job, because she fucking killed it. She killed it. But like
she did it with conviction.
As an actor, to see an actor play 37 different fucking parts in one part is it's insane. It's insane. And you're going against your peers. You're being voted on against your peers, or with your peers, not against. I'm sorry.
Which is why it meant so much to so many people too.
Of course. And she was
her moment.
Oh my God, she was so spectacular. And I have so many like moments of, and it's all centered around Everything Everywhere All at Once. That was so amazing. And I'm so here for it, and I'm so happy for it. But I just feel like I'm not surprised because of that. Although Angela Bassett was a fucking queen, and she will always be a queen, and she deserves everything she has gotten. And I wouldn't be surprised if she walked away with the Academy Award as well. I just think
I feel like she might.
Yeah, I think so too. But I feel like Jamie Lee Curtis. If this was a place she was going to grab it, it would be here, because it's amongst her peers, and everyone who acts knows that was a fucking hard thing to fucking do.
It's so hard. Yeah, it was so good though. Like, and her chemistry with Michelle Yeoh was so great in that movie.
God,
I'm sorry.
They made out like
really quick. I'm not trying to take away from what you're saying, but Michelle Yeoh was wearing like a weird spaghetti situation dress, and it was amazing. She looked hot as fuck. And Jamie Lee Curtis had that red, like plunging, like hot as fuck. They all looked so fucking good.
So good.
Oh my God, so good. Offensive how good like they looked.
They look so, and of course, as we talk about Everything Everywhere All at Once, I think we should just keep talking about that, because there's so many awards they won. Like I said, they won, Best Picture, which is huge too. And here again, they're all together right here, and it's just like the fact that they were able to do that, and to hear James Hong up there, and like his talk about how when he started to where he is now, and how hard it was for Asian actors to get here and to have this opportunity. And he's like, he made a joke, and the joke was like, I could tell people like, what are you talking about, taping people's eyes like this? Yeah. I was like, oh shit,
They gave him the floor though, like that.
They did, which is awesome. He's like 90.
That speech was fucking epic.
Yeah, he's like 95 years old, they said. Yeah. I mean, Sabrina and I actually worked with him before. He was on a little show called The Thundermans before, and so awesome. And he was hilarious. He thought I was like his personal assistant. He loved me. I was like, he'd be like, you boy, and I'm like, yes.
Can I have a taco? No, I'm just kidding.
It made me laugh, because he was like, as you see him in the movies, he's kind of like that in person, but it's hilarious. Like he's cracking jokes constantly. and he was like messing with me the whole time. It was actually really fun to see him in person, to see his energy, and I'm happy he got this too. Especially like you hear about his whole career. He's talking about, was it Charleston Heston was SAG president when he was like when he first started.
The first movie he was ever in was with Charleston Heston.
Yeah, which is insane. Yeah, but I mean, it's so good. They also get outstanding performance by a cast they got in a motion picture. They also won. Let's see. Michelle, of course.
Ki Huang.
Let's talk about his speech for a second, because that was really emotional. Being the first like Asian American to win this award, right? Ever. Sabrina, what did you think about this when you heard this and his emotional speech about it too?
I mean, I don't know about his specific speech. Like, I am all in for him, like all day, from the Golden Globes to the People's Choice to this. He will win the Oscar, in my opinion. I just think that this is like such his when they announced Everything Everywhere All at Once as the winner for the ensemble. Like, if you just watch him, like, he's jumping up and down like a little bee. He's so excited.
He was so excited.
He was like, like, it was so fucking cute. Like, he is just the embodiment of an excited actor. He is the embodiment of what everyone should be when they win an award. And it was so amazing to watch, as it is every fucking time. Like,
it's inspirational. It's
very inspirational.
Oh,
Chris, you heard his speech. What do you think, Chris? His speech was great, right?
So
the speech, to sit there and watch and see somebody's dreams come true, and like after years and years and years of being told no, and him get up there and say to you, I made it. Like, this is I made
this
it.
Is possible.
Like, this is possible. And Jamie Lee too said, even though, like, you know, the nepotism thing, it is possible.
It was good she cracked a joke about it. It was fun.
Yeah. It is possible. It is possible. And when you watch these actors, and this is why I like the SAG Awards, I really do, because you're watching something that you want to do, and you see them say it's possible. No matter where you are, you could do it. And that brings like a smile to my heart, and like gives me some kind of confidence to pull, like, you know, just to be comfortable in auditioning, or not trying to
just
hold
pushing
back
yourself
so much. It's inspirational.
Yeah.
And God damn it, the fucking guy did it.
Yeah, just the way he talked about it, like how this is for everybody.
70 years ago, 70 years ago,
they did.
He was told it didn't matter what, like, you know, Asian people fucking had to do with acting, and now an entire picture, pretty much. You know, won a fucking Academy Award. And he even said, he made a joke about Jamie Lee Curtis. He's like, even though you're not, Chinese, Lee is a very strong Chinese name.
Right.
I love it. That was great. I really like that a lot. Yeah, he said his mother's name was that too. Was Lee?
It was Lee something. I wish I could. I should remember, but I don't.
And
it was so good.
It's good. It's good to watch these people.
And she was so good. I mean,
kind of step. They weren't like when you watch the Oscars, like that's like. You know, like almost
more theatrical.
Yeah, but this felt.
Let's see if they can live up to this.
Like, it was more.
This is more about the acting,
the heart.
Yeah, I feel like this is more of a an actor's award, because like it's by your peers, you know.
Yeah.
Like the Academy can be schmoozed, like the fucking Golden Globe.
You gotta go to.
You're voted on by your peers, and like that is such a great honor, in my opinion.
It really is. And Michelle Yeoh, I was gonna say her speech was awesome too. When she for best actor, like it was just
her dress was so fucking weird, but so fucking cool. Like I couldn't take my. I'm like, what is happening with that? But I love it. Like, it was so amazing. It was so amazing.
I just love like how she just had that moment where she just said fuck.
Yeah.
And then
I think
and the fact that it wasn't censored and it was so real and so raw and so like honest, you know? And it was just it was so good. And I felt and everyone cheered, you know, everyone was like so excited for her. And then she's like pulled herself back together because again, it's the purest thing. Like she's like people really
supports each other so fucking much.
I
like,
know that's what I got from that. That's exactly.
Outstanding performance by a female actor in leading role, by the way, just so 100% to clarify. But it was so real, so good. I loved it so much.
It was like
and she deserves it.
Everybody supported it was just like it really made my heart feel good.
A couple things that I was kind of surprised about was like Sam Elliott. When Sam Elliott won for outstanding performance by a male actor in a television movie or limited series, I kind of thought, again, this is a kind of mix up or kind of a not a mix up, but it's kind of a switch from all the other award ceremonies. You know, Evan Peters has been winning this.
There were a lot of different things,
Yeah, Evan's been winning this role or this award, but you know, Sam Elliott won it, which I think is great. I still haven't seen 1883, but he's an awesome actor, and I think like he's up in his career now, and he's been delivering performance to performance to performance that's just amazing. So this is one of those opportunities. And he was shocked he got it too. You could tell like he was just like oh shit, what the hell? And he walks up there and he pulls a piece of paper out. Like you can tell he's like, I wasn't expecting this, you know.
And that was a great moment also. Like he was like
there were a lot of upsets. Like I mean, let's talk about the elephant in the room. No pun intended. The whale, Brendan fucking.
Wait, hold on. Let's wait for that. Let's wait for that one. Wait for that one. I want to wait for that one till the end because I have a lot to talk about that. But let's wait on that. So, Sam Elliott was like kind of one of those things where I was like, okay, kind of, you know, I was shocked. I thought he did a good job, which makes sense. Another person that I was surprised about though too was Jessica Chastain. I was surprised that she won too. I just was like, and she's great. She's a great actor, but I just was I was shocked a little bit.
And she was so good in that series.
You could tell that she was shocked too.
Yeah.
But Chris, what do you think about her like getting this award? Do you think that was pretty amazing for her and it's a great moment or what?
Of course, I think she deserved it. And I think she was shocked. I think
I think she was.
Shit.
Outstanding performance by a female actor in a television movie or limited series. And she was up against Emily Blunt, Julia Garner, Niecy Nash, Amanda Seyfried. You know, she was up against a bunch of different people that you think that's like, who's going to get this?
I thought Amanda what's her name?
Seyfried. Yeah, Seyfried. I always butcher.
I thought she was gonna win because she always does the underground. What do you call it? I don't know.
No.
Like independent stuff, right?
I don't know. Yeah. I thought she was
gonna.
I thought Nikki Nash was gonna get it. Actually, I thought she was gonna get it for Dahmer. Niecy Nash. I butcher all the names. That's my job. I butcher all the names, and that's why when we do Fridays, it's not a good one for me. Whenever time Brian butchers a name, he drinks. That's gonna be in the next Friday one. But
I think it's when you do an impression, you drink. But I'll take that too.
But I was surprised. I mean, I could tell she was surprised though too that she won, and it was. I mean, but you know what? You just never know. This is your peers voting for you.
Alarming.
Of her?
Yeah.
I thought she looked cute. I thought it was a good picture of her.
That's alarming. She looks Madonna-ish and also Joanna-ish. I'm not really sure what's happening.
She has a little Joanna look to her a little bit.
That's weird.
Yeah, Chris would like that.
Weird.
I don't think Chris would like it. It's weird. It's weird.
Well,
a lot of things happening. I
think that was a surprise type thing. I mean, there's other people too that were, you know, I think they were just surprised but good, you know. Another speech I want to talk about before we get to Brendan is Jennifer Coolidge. She literally was crying. She had tears in her eyes, and you could tell like she told the story about her dad taking her to they go see, you know, that play and how it changed her life, and she was just like, you know, I just want to be an actor, and how emotional she got. It was so great to see. And again, it was the peer thing for her too. She's the winning these awards, but the peer thing's huge.
I will say this. I fucking love her more than anything in the world. And I sat through 2 hours and 10 minutes of the worst movie I've ever seen just to see 5 minutes of amazing Jennifer fucking Coolidge. Might ask what movie I'm talking about? It's called Shotgun Wedding. She was amazing. The movie
She's
is
great.
shit. The movie is shit. She's fucking like anything she touches is amazing. Like obviously she's not power to make a piece of shit amazing, but she is so.
But where is
fucking
she
good.
coming from? All of a sudden, like she
No.
is like.
It's not all of a sudden. She is always.
Well,
been
no,
a
it is
tour de
all of a
force.
sudden. Everyone's talking like it's been the past.
Well, now she's on everyone's radar, but she always has been amazing.
Yeah.
Like look at all the Christopher Guest movies. Look at like fucking.
Yeah, she should have been.
Excuse me.
She's great.
No, she is literally one of the funniest people on the fucking planet.
I know.
And
I know.
anything she does is gold. Like, and I will watch her in anything. There are very few actors that I like. If they're in it, I'll watch it. And again, I sat through a fucking 3-hour piece of shit, 2 hour and 10-minute piece of shit called Shotgun Wedding, just so I could see her 5 minutes of amazingness. And I encourage you to
Hilarious.
watch it and fast forward to her parts because she is fucking gold. Gold.
She's
Gold.
like I don't.
She's so
She doesn't
good.
care about J-Lo apparently, Sabrina, or Timothy Oliphant. But
Fuck J-Lo, and it's not Timothy Oliphant. It's Josh Duhamel, bro.
I always mix those two up.
Yeah.
Always mix those two up.
No.
I don't
and
know why.
also, yeah, no, definitely not Timothy Oliphant. It's Josh Duhamel, who was also super hot and amazing. And Cheech Marin and Darcy.
Oh yeah, Cheech is in there.
Why do I always call her Darcy? What's her name? Janet.
Janet from The Good Place.
Yeah, I love that. I love that
It's
fucking
Jack.
show.
Yes.
Janet from The Good Place is there. She's a kind of a cunt, but she's there. And also, Lenny Kravitz, he's there.
There's also someone who I was also like not surprised they won this, especially because Sabrina and I just actually started watching this show. But Abbott Elementary won for outstanding performance by an
So
ensemble in a
fucking
comedy
good.
series.
I gotta
Yeah.
start watching this because I
It's
just
so good.
It's so good, Chris. You need to watch it.
It
It's
is
so
so
funny.
good.
It's really funny. The cast overall just does a great
Clinton
job.
Bronson's a fucking brilliant fucking bitch. I'm gonna give her a boss bitch, brilliant bitch, fucking double star, fucking takeover.
they
She's
came on.
amazing.
They were in
It's
the
amazing.
opening, right? They were in the opening. Not
Oh, yeah, the
She's
opening was
4
hilarious.
Feet tall. Like you can't miss her. She's 4 feet tall
right.
down
Yeah.
there.
No, with the she had some kind of yeah.
A giant shoe on, so she can
No,
be tall.
I forget what it was, but it
Sabrina, what who plays the principal again?
Who plays the principal? The principal, I mean, on the show, her name is Ava. She's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Ava. She in the beginning, Ava's like, they come up to
Very
the camera
annoying.
and she's like, you taking my order? You taking my order? Who?
Yeah.
I would like
Oh my
this.
God.
It was really, but she played it the same kind of way she was playing that part.
She'd be like,
Yeah, it was hilarious. It was really good. And then they went on
Quinta
stage.
Bronson is fucking hilarious.
It was
The white chick who put. I wish I knew these people's names. I'm so sorry. I'm not doing you justice because you're all fucking amazing.
but
But the white South Philly girl with the red hair, she's like, oh, you talking about South Philly? Like, it's hilarious. Fucking the who is? Oh, there she is. Sherry. What is her name? Sherry, who sang the Black National Anthem at the fucking Super Bowl. Oh my God, she is a force to be reckoned with. She is.
Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Thank you.
Yeah, Cheryl Lee Ralph. Oh, she's so good.
Literally one of the most.
And Lisa
talented
Ann Walter
actresses
plays Melissa on
in
this show. This is Sabrina was talking
history
about.
of life. She is so fucking amazing. Yes, thank you, Brian. Also amazing.
She's like the best part of that show, really.
She really is. She really is.
I mean, she's so great.
Yes, Shirley Ruff is the fucking golden. I mean, you can't when she is on screen, you cannot take your eyes off her, and you cannot not love her. And I will say this: the janitor should be Mark Anthony. I'm sorry, janitor, sir. You seem like an amazing person, but you should be Mark Anthony Williams because that would really make it the ensemble amazing. I'm just saying.
Even the moment where they had with let me think what else to talk about. Oh, the Fran Drescher moment I want to talk about for a second. So Fran Drescher came out. Our SAG president came out there, and the one thing I'll say about her is she had some good points,
so
but
it's
also
offensive.
also you're the SAG president. This is your moment to shine. and she fell very flat to me. Like, I thought that she would maybe try to stand out and be like, you know, and like unite us in a way, but she's just reading a teleprompter. And to me, if I were SAG president, not that I'm pitching myself for SAG president one day.
I am SAG president.
But if I were SAG president,
going to.
yeah, if I were SAG president, that would be like my inaugural speech right there. I would be on that shit. I'd be like talking to my peers and be like, this is what we gotta do. This is my moment. Because the president doesn't get that moment. And the biggest thing she said in that whole speech was this. She said that, I mean, low key, under the radar, no more vaccine mandate. That's what she said in that speech, which is it's cool, you know, whatever. But that's what she said. She said that everyone gets back to work because yeah, everyone needs to get back to work. That's 100% agreed, you know. But like, give us a speech about it though, you know. Talk about what we went through. Actually, get into it and tell us like.
How about the writer's strike, bitch? That's gonna happen in 5 minutes. So
she didn't mention
kindly.
that.
Kindly.
She couldn't speak. Her friend was in the backstage, the past president who screwed us all.
Gabriella's back there.
Gabriella
and her best friend, and then she went up and she.
Yep.
This is perfect. This picture next to Chris is so good.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Shut the fuck up.
I agree.
That's our SAG president. But my biggest beef, really, like I said, it's like this is your moment. Like we really don't see her do much stuff like this, like in person.
Don't do anything.
In front of your peers, this is your chance. And then to me, she didn't
Chris,
really
that
just
was actually a really good impression.
Thank you.
Yeah, but she didn't grab the balls in the moment and fucking seize them and fucking do something good, you know? She didn't grab them and squeeze and be like, I'm the fucking president, you know? She just kind of was like, I read a teleprompter and that's
she's
it.
a fucking puppet, Brian. That's why. She's a fucking puppet.
That's a problem. That is a problem.
I'm a puppet. Chris, do it.
It looked like she had some kind, and I'm not making fun.
Chris, one more time, Chris.
Do the puppet. Just say, puppet.
In the way of the singing.
Puppet. Say puppet.
And this. And this.
Well, you have to say I'm a puppet.
And you'll be good.
Okay.
All right.
We're not okay. All right. Yeah, so she came out and she had her little speech. You know, I mean, the biggest thing was the biggest point that I think is true. Everyone needs to get back to work. That's true. We have to get there. But you could have done it in a better way, if you ask me. Not that I'm running or pitching myself for president one day, but I still think that you could do better. That's all I'm saying. From one person who really believes in the union should be stronger than it is and be a better place for all actors, you could do better. That's all I'm saying. The Sally Field moment was great, though, too. I thought the Sally Field moment was so nice.
Princess.
Like the montage they had, or the montage about her career was great. And the fact that Andrew Garfield introduced her in his introduction, talking about his Aunt May, was so great. And and the way she talked about being Aunt May, she's like, I was Spider-Man's aunt. And she talks about I was Forrest Gump's mom. You know, she goes through her career, and I'm like, you have had the best fucking career.
She really
and
has.
she was so
It's amazing.
humble. It's so nice.
And she also was 80 for Brady. So, I mean, how can you hate on her?
And she looked great too. Again, like, and she's talking about being Mrs. Doubtfire.
She looks great all the time. She is like the badassest bitch in all of fucking town. Look at her. She's like fucking 79, and she looks like a goddamn. She looks like Catwoman. She looks like fucking Catwoman. It's offensive. It's offensive how hot she is.
So hot, too hot, can't handle Sally Field.
It's offensive how hot she is. Like, to normal people, you're like, that person's your grandmother and she's hotter than you. Like, that's how offensive it is.
Springer's like, give me some of that.
I can barely get out of bed in the morning. Are you kidding?
And then, of course, before we wrap it up tonight, I want to talk about Brendan Fraser and his speech. Honestly, you could tell how much it meant to him to give him this opportunity to actually his peers being like, welcome back, we love you, and you know you deserve this. And that's what it felt like. And you could tell he was so emotional. He was breaking up. He was losing his shit, kind of like he did at the Critics' Choice Awards, but even more so in this. And talking about having a dream and pushing yourself, even though you don't think you're going to be able to chance to get there, that you can get there. You know, and the fact that
people don't think in your head, you're thinking people don't think you can get there. And that fucks with you so much more. And he
It was so good, right, Chris?
So good. So
Yeah,
good. He
It makes me
Oh.
love him even more every time I see him talk like that. And he's looking better and better, this guy. This guy's getting himself into fucking ring shape. I think he's gonna go to WrestleMania this year or something. He's getting himself
I'm
ready.
getting a man boner over him, okay? Like, he's fucking
I
a
would-
cool dude.
I
And
will.
he
just
did a
saying,
great
I
job.
wouldn't go that far. But
I don't need 9 chubbies about it. Like, let's rein it in, okay?
If you watched
did
like Doom
great.
Patrol, look at Sabrina, but
I
you look.
did watch. I
he's
did
looking-
watch Doom Patrol. Don't if I watch Doom Patrol me. I watched Doom Patrol.
Yeah,
And
but
he's amazing. I don't know what he's doing with those weird glasses, but like, more power to you, all black tuxedo gentlemen. Like, great. I'm sorry that you don't want 300 pounds anymore. Like, I don't know what you want. He's just being an amazing person and an amazing actor, which is what he's been doing the whole time. And in Doom Patrol, yeah, he was a little, hefty. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not judging him on his weight. I'm judging him on his fucking acting, and his acting has been stellar.
I'm just saying, I think he's in a better place in his life. You know.
I'm gonna give you a better place in your ass, dude. That's super rude what you're saying.
I'm welcoming him back with open arms. I'm a
You're
big fan of
fat
his.
shaming him.
I'm not fat shaming him.
Yeah, you are.
I think
You're
I
fat
just say
shaming.
he looks great. I say he looks great.
what?
Can I
Yeah,
say
but
he
you're
looks
saying
great?
he didn't look great before.
No, I'm just saying he looks great. Looks like he's fucking loving
As
life
a
and doing
fat
great.
person, I know what it's like to be fat shaming.
Oh, stop it.
Okay.
Oh, stop
I'm
it.
out.
Chris, you got my back on this, Chris. He looks good, right?
He looks great.
Chris
Yeah.
is crypted into a fucking. He's like
He's
Gollum. Like,
cornholio
what
now.
is happening right
cornholio.
now?
Are you kidding me? He's like going straight cornholio on us.
I have COVID.
100%.
I have COVID, he says.
That's
Are you kidding me?
I was kidding, by the way.
He's going straight cornholio on us. Tipi for that bunghole. Bunghole.
TV.
But yeah, overall I think it was a really good show. I think they did great with this one. This is a good idea. Like, you put it on YouTube, you can watch. I mean, it's hard to watch these award ceremonies. Like,
I
look,
like to hear the people eat while people are accepting awards. I like to hear people with their forks.
oh,
I heard a lot.
there was before we wrap it up, there was a little controversy, which I'm just kind of like, come on, people, calm down a little bit. So Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark was there, and he actually gave out the award.
Who won no awards?
He didn't win no, but he gave out the award for best ensemble cast, right? In a drama series, he gave it out to Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Why would he give it out?
Marky Mark, that's what they got.
Picks
So
Marky Mark for that? That seems
well, the reason why people are giving shade on this shit is because back in April 8th, 1988, we're going back in time.
Seriously.
Mark Wahlberg went to prison for beating up 2 Vietnamese men with a 5-foot long stick. And he said, effing Vietnamese people or something, and beat the shit out of them, apparently. So people online are going nuts, being like, why would you have Mark Wahlberg give this award to Everything Everywhere All at Once? Again, I'm like, people, you don't have enough, you have too much time in the day. Like, let this be. Like, it's just somebody giving out an award. I don't think this is something, it's weird. It is weird logistics. But like, who would know that?
Fair, you could have picked a million people. Like, why would you pick him? I get it.
Yeah. Chris, what do you think? Do you think you think it was a bad idea to have him do it?
People are trying to dig up anything.
Look for controversy.
Let's get it going. Let's get along. Let's just shut the fuck up. How about? And if he's willing to do it, and just come on, just shut up.
Of course he's gonna do it. They're paying him money. That's not.
Well, I mean, but.
Well, it's even like look at the outstanding performance by an ensemble cast in the drama series. White Lotus won that, and people were giving shade about Audrey Plaza in the background, saying she's like talking shit about the performance or about everyone's speech while it was going on because she was like swearing, but she was swearing because apparently her top was coming off, and the person next to her told her that your top was coming off, and she's like fucking shit or some shit like that, and she's touching her boobs and fixing it. But I'm like, that's her. People are like, oh, she's mad. I'm like, that's just her fucking dry humor, and her fucking tits are coming out. You know what I mean? So I mean, people looking for drama everywhere. No, I'm sorry her tits are falling out. Pardon my tits. Pardon my tits.
Thank you.
I think
Thank you.
This show.
Thank you. Thank you, fucking Dexter. Also, Aubrey Plaza. No one's writing home about her. I mean, she's fine, but no one's
And like,
let's bring it in.
and people are like, why is she so mad when she was also with the girl who plays Wednesday in the new
Jenna
Wednesday show.
Ortega.
Yeah, they were together, and they were both doing the stuff. I mean, they're both kind of acting styles the same, that dry humor, like, oh, this is what's happening.
No,
But
they're
they were
acting
playing it
not
up
the same at all.
They were playing up
They
even
were
more for
acting.
this, and people were giving shit saying she was mad. And I'm like, that's just,
Rude.
she's making fun of her style. Like, calm down, people.
That was,
But overall, I think it's a good format. I hope SAG keeps doing this, and I hope that other networks look at this too and say, this is the future.
Wait,
Let's do
I'm
this
sorry.
right.
Hold on, can we just have like one brief moment on the fact that Steve Martin opened the show
which was great.
with the
That was-
whole I'll fucking cut my fucking finger off if you fucking fuck with me one more fucking time. Like, that was hilarious.
That was pretty good. That was pretty
That
good.
was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then, what's her nuts came in. What's her name?
Selena Gomez came in, yeah.
Thank you. She's like, oh, you're nominated for the same thing. And she goes, well, let's just be real. Neither are going to win. And they were like, oh, I'm faking sorry about your faking bullshit. Like, it was pretty fucking, it was pretty fake and funny.
It was. Then went to Colin Farrell afterwards, and they showed him as like,
yeah, very
pretty
fake
good.
and funny.
And the fact that they're both like, oh, we're up for the same word, we can't talk anymore. And they're like, we're both going to lose anyway. So they gave each other hugs and they cried together.
Exactly, you're not going to win.
Yeah, they weren't going to win. They knew
cute.
they were going to win. But it was good they're nominated though. They're both phenomenal actors. They deserve to be nominated at least.
My God, amazing. But the whole thing was very funny.
It was really funny. Overall,
it was a good sketch.
And I love the interactions where everyone would say, I am an actor, and they talk about their story, and they go throughout the whole show. That was really fun.
I feel like it's the most impactful of all the awards, like, because it's by your peers, and like they all have like it's about the actor. It's not about the grandiose bullshit of what it is. You know what I mean? It's about the actor, and I really appreciate that.
Goes a long way. Yeah. But as a great awards show, I was really pleased with it. I was happy with it. Overall, Chris, you were happy with it too, right?
I was very happy. This has been one of the best since a while. Like I said,
it's what they need to do more often. I think they just kind of like delve into this world and make it right.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens next. We'll see what the Oscars come out. It's not too long away, everybody. A couple weeks from there.
Close.
Maybe we'll do a live show for that. We'll see what happens.
Hosting, by the way, but do I know?
Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh yeah. Jimmy Kimmel. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel. Can't wait. He did a great job every time he's done it, so I'm excited about it. So it'll be a good return to form, because they haven't had they haven't have a back and forth about these hosts, So I think it'll be good to have Jimmy take over. So yeah, it'll be fun. But anyways, Chris, thank you for being here tonight. Love talking to you about award shows as always. Hopefully the Rona runs away soon and you feel like you're normal again and back to it.
Thank you very much.
Sabrina, thank you for being here, even though I know you've been traveling for 24 hours.
It's been a very rough day. I'm sorry I look like shit, but thank you for having me.
It's been a day, so Sabrina will be in and out, like I said, depending on her schedule. So we'll keep you posted, but we'll be around. So we're gonna keep trucking forward, everybody. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you can. Join our Patreon. We'd really appreciate it. It'd be awesome. It really would be. Everybody check out At the Panico Way and Bitchin' at the Kitchen. Bitchin' in the Kitchen.
You don't have to.
Do it if you can. Check it out.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
Everybody, again, thank you for being here on a glorious Monday, even though it's raining here in Los Angeles. Have a great night, and we will see you again tomorrow. Everybody, take care. See ya.
Bye-bye.